Okay, for today's class, we will be discuss tutorial 3.1, which is sequence and series for chapter 3, sequence and series. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, boleh nampak screen, madam?
Boleh, madam.
Boleh.
Okay. For this is question. This is tutorial 3.1. Okay. Okay. For question 1, 1A. This is correction for question 1A. Buang yang square tu lah. We suppose is 1, 3, 5, 7. And dot. Okay, for question 1, write the n term. Okay, I repeat. For question 1, write the n term. N term is the n for the following sequences. For question A, 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, ini boleh cepat lah kot lah. Okay, for question A, this is 1, 3, 5, 7. Dot. The sequence is 1, 3, 5, 7 is actually odd number. What is odd number? What is odd number actually? Kalau in Malay kita sebut apa? Kalau
Nombor ganjil.
Nombor ganjil. This is nombor ganjil lah. Okay, kalau nombor ganjil, please suppose kalau kita we consider n equals to 1. The n term for odd number is Tn equals to 2n minus 1. This is bila kita consider n equals to 1 lah. Tn equals to 2n minus 1. Okay, kalau kita let's say kita consider n dia equals to 0, dia lain pula. Kalau kita consider n equals to something, nombor lain lah. Tapi kita punya number of term we start with 1 lah. We start with 1. N is number of term. Okay, so this is n term for question 1A. And then for question 1B, we have the sequences -1, 4, -9, 16, -25, and dot. It continue lah, infinite. Okay, as you can see from the first term, second term, third term, fourth term, and fifth term, we have negative and positive alternately. So kat sini let's say the first term is negative, the second term is positive, third term is negative, and third term is negative and fourth term is positive, fifth term is negative. They alternate positive and negative. Kalau alternate means berselang-seli lah, negatif dengan positif tu. Okay. Kalau dia alternate maksudnya kat sini dia punya n term dia mesti start dengan -1 to the power of n. Okay. Kita tengok first term kita, our first term is negative number. So this one is suppose, let's say kalau kita consider n equals to 1. So then they become -1 power 1 is become negative lah. And the second term, kalau n dia 2, n equals to 2, -1 to the power of 2 is become positive. Kalau dia nombor genap, Kalau dia nombor genap dia akan jadi positif. Kalau dia nombor ganjil dia akan jadi negatif lah. Okey. So jadi sekarang itu baru dia punya negatif positif yang alternate tu. And then kita ada kalau let's say ini madam senaraikan let's say the first term kalau kita consider dia n1. So n equals to 1, the first term dia adalah kat sini akan jadi negative 1 to the power of 1. Ini 1 kan? So jadi belakang ni akan jadi 1. Because ni nombor dia negatif 1. Kalau n equals to 2, this one is negative 1 to the power of 2 multiplied by 4. So this one is become 4. Seterusnya sampai 25 tu dia akan jadi macam ni lah. Negative 1 to the power of 3 multiplied by 9, negative 1 to the power of 4 multiplied by 60, and then negative 1 to the power of 5 is 25. So jadi kat sini yang belakang ni, yang nombor belakang ni kita dapat satu pattern lah. 1, 4, 9, 16 and 25. This is actually apa yang kita boleh concludekan untuk 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 ni.
Kuasa 2.
This is perfect square. This is perfect square. Okay. Nombor yang kita kuasa 2 which is kalau kita tengok this is 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square and 5 square. Okay. Kalau tadi kita consider n dia sebagai 1, so sini n dia 1 lah. So this is become n square. So finally we get dia punya n term dia kita boleh conclude yang depan tu tadi is negative 1 to the power of n, yang belakang is n square. So ini consider for n equals to 1 lah. Ini kita punya n term dia untuk question B. Okay, and then for question C, okay, kita ada untuk C ya. We have the question here, the sequence is 2. 4 over 3 power of 1, and then 6 over 3 square, and 8 power 3 over 3, and then 10 over 3 power 4. Okay. So jadi kita ada bentuk sequence kita first term saja bukan fraction kan, yang lain semua fraction. Okay, kalau kita tengok, kita notice kat sini, yang atas ni, yang atas lah, tadi bila sebut first term saja yang tak jadi fraction kan, tapi second term, third term, fourth term and fifth term dia dalam bentuk fraction. Okay. Kalau tengok denominator for yang fraction ni, dia adalah 3 power of 1, 3 power of 2, 3 power of 3 and 3 power of 4. So jadi kita boleh conclude this is actually, yang untuk first term ni is actually 3 power of 0. 3 power of 0 is actually 1 lah. So 2 divided by 1 is 2. So jadi kat sini is actually 3 power divided by 3 power 0. So jadi kalau kita susun lah, kita buka dia, for numerator part, yang bahagian atas ni numerator, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This actually apa yang kita boleh nampak ini nombor apa ni?
Even number.
This is even number. Kalau even number, we consider n equals to 1. The n there is equal to 2n. This is for even number lah. Okay. And then for the denominator, we have 3 power of 0, 3 power of 1, 3 power of 2, 3 power of 3, 3 power of 4. Okay, then if we consider n equals to 1, so then kalau let's say kita ambil first term, our first term is 3 power 0. Kalau 3 power of n, kalau kita change to 3 power of n, this one is become for n equals to 0. Tapi sekarang kita nak for consider n equals to 1. So kalau n equals to 1, dia akan jadi, we suppose n minus 1. Kalau kita letak n 1, dia akan jadi 3 power 1 minus 1 is become 3 power of 0 lah. So jadi dia punya n term dia is 3 power n minus 1 untuk kes ni lah. So awak kena fikir sedikit untuk part ni . So jadi for denominator, the n term Tn is 3 power n minus 1. Jadi kalau kita combine, so therefore our Tn, our n term is 2n over 3 power n minus 1. And this one is 4n equals to 1 lah. Kita consider n equals to 1. Jadi bahagian atas tu denominator is 2n, even number. And denominator we have 3 power n minus 1. So this is, ini simple saja, simple saja. Okay, untuk soalan 1. Then we move to second question. Okay, Maiden guide saja lah, Maiden tak bagi solution dia sampai habis. Maiden guide untuk awak. And for question A, the n term, this is Tn of a sequence is given by Tn equals to 3n square minus 3n. Write down the sequences, this sequence up to 4th term. Sequence up to 4th term. Ini, this is actually for question A, maklumat dia is Tn equals to 3n square minus 3n. The question asks to find T1, T2, T3 and T4. They're up to 4th term. So T1 to T2, T3, T4. Yang ini yang dia tanya. So jadi ni clearly kalau nak T1 gantikan dengan n dia 1. Ni semua kena gantilah pada n dia. So let's say nak T1. So jadi awak sub n equals to 1. So jadi 3 times 1 square minus 3 multiplied by 1. So then we get ni dapat berapa?
Kosong.
Okay. So then boleh proceed untuk T2, T3, T4. Kalau T2 nak kena substitute with n equals to 2 lah. Faham? Boleh faham maksud madam ni? Madam tak tunjuk semua. Boleh just guide untuk awak. Boleh? Boleh continue ni?
Boleh.
Boleh. So ni awak continue . Okay, ni continue for 3, 3, T4. Okay. And then for question B, list. Senaraikan the first 3 term. So maksudnya this is for T1, T2, T3 of the infinite sequence with n term given Tn equals to negative 1 power n multiply n square plus 1. So, jadi for question B lebih kurang lah. So this one dia bagi Tn dia negative 1 to the power of n multiply n square plus 1. The question asks to find T1, T2, T3. T1, T2, T3. So then if we want to find T1, then sub 1 n with 1. Sub n equals to 1. So then we get negative 1 to the power of 1 multiply 1 square plus 1. So this is actually negative 1 to the power of 1 is negative. So then we get negative 2. So jadi this is for T1. So then kalau nak cari T2, T3 substitute dengan N2 dan N3. Boleh continue for T2 and T3. So this is for question number 2. Jadi nak cari T1 first term, second term, third term, and fourth term. Okay. Then next we move to question 3. Question 3, the n term of a sequence. Dia bagi kat sini n term dia Tn equals to 2Pn plus Qn square. determine the values of P and Q. If T3 equals to 12, T4 is equal to 24, hence evaluate T10. So jadi maklumat yang kita ada, the perkara pertama kena tulislah, we have Tn, we have Tn 2Pn plus Q n square. And then the question asks to find P, Q. Other information, we have T3 equals to 12. We have T4 equals to 24. And other question is T10. Okay. So jadi, for T3 and T4 tu, we are going to use Tn. This Tn yang dia bagi kat sini. 2Pn plus Qn square. So jadi, untuk nombor 1, this is medium namakan dia nombor 1, 43 equals to 12. And then we have number 2, T4 equals to 24. So then we substitute N3, sub N equals to 3 into Tn, into Tn. So then the first one we get 2P multiplied by 3 plus Q multiplied by 3 square equals to 12. So we have one equation here is 6P plus 9Q equals to 12. This is equation number 1. Then the second equation we sub with N equals to 4 into Tn. So then we have 2P multiplied by 4 plus Q multiplied by 4 square equals to 24. So then the second equation will be 8P plus 16Q equals to 24. So this is second equation. So then both equation ni you have to solve simultaneous equation to find P and Q. Boleh solve ni? Boleh teruskan?
Boleh.
Okay, so solve simultaneous equation or persamaan serentak. Okay, so sila cari P and Q. Then after you get P and Q, so then you will get Tn, Tn. So then finally you get T10 by substitute N equals to 10. So akhir sekali awak kena cari T10. Jangan lupa. Okay. And then next question, for question 4. For question 4a, given the fourth term of an arithmetic sequence. Dia dah bagi tahu this is arithmetic. And then fourth term dia is equal to 13. Is 8 term, T8 is 25. Find the common difference, first term and term of this arithmetic sequence. Okay, kalau arithmetic sequence, Tn should be the formula for arithmetic sequence for n term is A plus n minus 1 D. What is A? A is a first term, D is common difference, and n is number of term lah. So then we have information, the first information is T4 equals to 13. Then we have T8 equals to 25. And then we are going to find D, common difference. Then first term, then Tn, n term. So then awak ada dua maklumat kat sini. So boleh guna yang Tn ni. So then kita dapat two equation. We have two equation. The first equation sub with n4. So then you get A plus 4 minus 1 multiplied D equals to 13. So this is A plus 3D equals to 13. This is your first equation. And then 48 pula kita akan dapat second equation. So we start with n equals to 8, then a plus 8 minus 1 multiplied by d equals to 25. So then we get a plus 7d equals to 25. So this is your second equation. So both equation ni kena solve simultaneous equation. Boleh? Boleh cari A dengan D kan? Solve to find A and D. Awak boleh guna substitution pun boleh. Awak boleh guna elimination pun boleh. Okay? So awak decide lah nak guna yang mana. Dia depends lah kalau let's say, kalau contoh untuk soalan 4A ni, we have A plus 3D, A plus 7D. So then yang paling senang is elimination. Kalau untuk yang soalan 3 tadi, yang ini 6P plus 9Q. This one is 8P plus 16Q. Dia tak ada persamaan kan? So then awak boleh guna substitution. Boleh pilih mana-mana yang sesuai. Boleh ya? Faham?
Faham.
Okay. So then, bila kita solve simultaneous equation ni, we get A and D. And then, after we get A and D, then we substitute into Tn ya. Untuk Tn yang first ni. Untuk dapat Tn lah. Yang ni. Sub balik. So then, boleh teruskan lah untuk A ni. Madam tak emphasize. Just Madam guide saja nak jawab dia. Okay, for question B ya, for B. The sum of the first n term, yang ni yang Madam nak highlight ya. The sum of the first n term, so this is Sn. Sn is equal to 2n square plus 5n. The question asks to find the first three term of the series. Means we are going to find T1, T2, T3. And then find the n term. Find the n term. Hence, prove that the series is an arithmetic series. So, jadi kita ada first kena cari first three term T1, T2, T3 and then cari Tn and then kena prove. Prove that the series is an arithmetic series. The hence ni maksudnya kena guna Tn ya. Awak nak prove awak kena guna, dia ada mention kat sini perkataan hence dalam matematik memang selalu guna hence ni. Hence ni merujuk kepada awak nak selesai prove that the series is an arithmetic series by using information before. So maksudnya information before dia adalah n term. Kena guna Tn ni lah. Okay. So then maklumat yang kita ada untuk soalan 4B, perkara pertama kita ada Sn. Sum of the first n term is 2n square plus 5n. Okay. Soalan dia nak T1, T2, T3. Okay. So, jadi macam mana kita nak cari T by using S? We have Sn. Before that, for question number 3 and number 2 and number 1, kita just number 3 and 2, kita guna nak cari T, kita guna Tn. But now kita ada maklumat kita, we have Sn. But we are going to find T. How? Okay, so then awak kena faham maksud. Kalau let's say, okay. Kalau S, this stand for sum. Sum means hasil tambah. Kalau term, T is for term. Term ni dia single lah. Maksudnya dia T1, T2, T3 and so on lah. Okay, so maksudnya kalau let's say S1. Kalau Madam substitute dengan N1, dia akan jadi S1. S1 ni maksudnya sum of the first term. Sum of the first term. Maksudnya hasil tambah bagi satu sebutan yang pertama. Kalau satu sebutan yang pertama is T1. Kalau let's say S2. S2 is sum of the first two term. First two term is T1 plus T2. This is T1 plus T2. Kalau let's say S3, this is T sum of the first 3 term. Dia akan sebut itu, dia mesti ada perkataan first depan tu. Sum of the first 3 term. So means that first 3 term is T1 plus T2 plus T3. Ya, sum kan, sum hasil tambah. So jadi kita boleh guna yang ini. So kalau let's say, kalau kita cari S1 kat sini, kita cari S1, so automatic kita dapat T1. So selesai masalah untuk T1. So then T1 is actually equals to S1. S1 is actually 2 multiplied by 1 square plus 5 multiplied by 1. So therefore we get T1 is equal to 7. Kita dah dapat first term, our first term is 7. Then to find T2, okay, T2 is actually S2 is equal to T1 plus T2. So means that T2 is actually S2 minus S1 or T1 lah. Boleh mana-mana. So this is actually S2 minus T1. S2 kita boleh ganti, we substitute N equals to 2 into Sn. Then we get 2 multiplied by 2 square plus 5 multiplied by 2 minus T1 kita dah dapat tadi, T1 is equal to 7. So then minus 7 and we calculate, we get T2 is equal to, ini kena kira lah, sila kira. So this is become 11. T2 is 11. Okay. Macam mana kita nak cari T3 pula? Ni dia nak tanya. How to find T3?
Cari S3.
S3 minus S2.
S3 minus S2.
Minus S1.
S3 minus T2 minus T1.
Boleh lah mana-mana pun. Let's say awak buat S3 minus T1 minus T2 pun boleh. Or boleh buat T3 S3 minus S2 pun boleh. Mana-mana lah. So jadi awak boleh cari untuk T3 ya. Bila tinggalkan untuk awak cari T3. Okay. And then for question seterusnya, question 2 for B2. Ini baru for B1. For B2 dia nak Tn. Okay. Dia nak Tn. Tn kat sini kita maklumat kita Sn saja. So jadi kita boleh guna Tn equals to Sn minus Sn minus 1 untuk cari Tn. Okay. Sn kita is 2n square plus 5n. So then kalau dia Sn dia tak ada masalah. How about Sn minus 1? Kalau Sn minus 1? Kalau Sn, if Sn is equal to 2n square plus 5n, how about Sn minus 1?
2n minus 1 squared. And then plus 5n minus 1.
Yes, correct. So then Sn minus 1 is actually equal to 2 sub n with n minus 1. So gantikan n with n minus 1. So dia akan jadi 2n minus 1 square plus 5 multiply n minus 1. So this is Sn minus 1. And then substitute into Tn. Tn equals to Sn minus 1. So then we get Tn equals to 2n square plus 5n minus for Sn minus 1 ni kalau contoh awak nak kembangkan dulu, awak nak ringkaskan dia, simplify Sn minus 1 pun boleh. Let's say kita simplify dulu, then we get 2n square minus 2n plus 1 plus 5n minus 5. Then 2n square minus 4n plus 2 plus 5n minus 5. And finally we get 2n square plus n minus 3. This is our Sn minus 1. So minus 2n square plus n minus 3. Okay, jadi Tn kita, now we have Tn equals to 2n square plus 5n minus 2n square plus n minus 3. Then we simplify, we get Tn equals to, this one is 2n square plus 5n minus 2n square minus n plus 3. Then 2n square minus 2n square is become 0. And then 5n minus n is become 4n and plus 3. So this is our n term. Kita dah dapat n term dia is 4n plus 3. Okay. Then after that, the question asked to prove the series is an arithmetic series by using Tn, this Tn. Okay. Untuk prove sama ada dia arithmetic ataupun tidak, by using our Tn, then dia punya highlight, dia punya main key dia adalah common difference. Kalau arithmetic series, it should be common difference, but for geometric series, it should be common ratio. So, kalau kita gunakan common difference, maksudnya dekat sini, kita nak guna Tn ni. So maksudnya dekat sini, common difference is D. D is equal to, let's say we have Tn minus Tn minus 1. Or you can use, let's say Tn plus 1 minus Tn pun boleh. Mana-manalah. Let's say kalau Mida pilih, I choose yang ini. Tn minus 1. Okay. Tn is 4n plus 3. But Tn minus 1 dia sama macam tadi Sn minus 1. So kalau Tn minus 1 substitute n minus 1 into Tn. Okay. So Beda choose yang ini ya, yang D equals to Tn minus 1. Tn memang dah ada is 4n plus 3. And then Tn minus 1, we substitute into Tn, into n at Tn, is become 4n minus 1 plus 3. Then we simplify, we get 4n minus 4 plus 3. Then we get 4n minus 1. So then D equals to 4n plus 3 minus 4n minus 1. Then we get 4. Okay. So now we get 4. 4 ni is actually constant. Kalau kita nak prove arithmetic or geometry, kalau arithmetic kita guna common difference, so kita guna Tn minus 1. Kita prove dia sampai dapat constant. Akhir dia mesti dapat nombor lah, nombor anything as long as constant. So kalau kita dapat constant, then kita dah prove dia adalah arithmetic series. Kalau let's say we are going to prove geometric series, so then we use common ratio. Common ratio means R is equal to Tn divided by Tn minus 1. So then we prove until we get constant. R is constant. So then dia akan jadi, then dia proof lah maksud dia. So jadi since kita dah dapat constant kat sini, since the difference, okay, since the difference of these two consecutive term. Consecutive term means dua term yang berturutan lah, then the series, then awak boleh follow dia punya conclusion dekat ayat dia. Then the series is an arithmetic series. Then the series is an arithmetic series with common difference with D equals to 4. Okay, itulah dia punya conclusion. Alright, this is question for B. For B ni dia ada banyak benda yang dia tanya lah. Daripada satu hingga dua lah, ada dua soalan. Okay, then we move kepada question 5. Okay, question 5 dia punya the question asked to find this the information we have the second and the seventh term of an arithmetic series are -5 and 10 respectively. Maksudnya kat sini T2 equals to -5. Tulis our maklumat kena tulis T2 equals to -5. Then we have T10 equals to T7 equals to 10. And then find the 8th term. 8th term is T8, dia nak T8. Find the smallest value of n. Maksudnya number of term yang paling kecil lah, n is number of term. N yang paling kecil such that the sum of the first n term exceed 500. Okay, maksudnya dia nak n yang paling smallest n. Smallest n, maklumat dia is n exceed is more than 500. Okay. Yang maklumat yang T2 dengan T7 ni yang ni kena predict dah. Awak akan dapat apa ni kalau awak solve dua benda ni? Agak-agak awak dapat apa?
A and D.
A and D. First term dengan D ya. Dua benda ni awak akan dapat. Okay. After awak dah dapat A and D, awak boleh cari T8. Okay. So jadi, yang ni bila nak tinggalkan awak cari A dengan D ni. Okay. Kalau ikutkan jawapan dia, A dia dapat berapa?
A -8.
A -8.
D3.
D3 awak dah cari kan? A -8, D3. Okay. Alright. So then, Media nak tunjuk yang part yang smallest n ya. Okay, yang ni. Okay. Yang ni nanti T8 tu awak carilah. Okay. Untuk smallest value of n ni, kita punya maklumat is Sn more than 500. Sn formula untuk arithmetic adalah, formula dia adalah n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. So then kat sini n over 2, 2a, 2 multiplied by -8 plus n minus 1 multiplied by 3 exceed 500, more than 500. Okay, so then awak kena ringkaskan ni. Let's say 2 ni Media pindah ke sebelah kanan. Sebab apa Media pindah 2 ke sebelah kanan? 2 boleh darab dengan 500. Tapi kalau n tak boleh darab dengan 500, tu tak boleh cross multiply. Kalau bawah ni awak punya n ke x ke tak boleh darab dengan sebelah kanan. Tapi kalau tak sure, let's say tak sure, awak boleh multiply masuk semua dia lah. So then awak boleh dapat kat sini -16 over 2 is boleh buat macam tu juga lah. Tapi Media nak darab Media nak darab 2 ni. Okay. Nak darab 2 ni ke sebelah kanan. So then dia akan dapat kat sini n Dalam ni is negative 16 plus 3n minus 3 more than 1000. Okay. And then dalam ni kita boleh ringkas, dia akan dapat negative 3n minus 19 multiplied by n more than 1000. So then this one is actually become quadratic inequality. Kita baru belajar je, quadratic inequality suppose kena ada apa? Kalau quadratic inequality kita guna kaedah apa?
Graphical method.
Graphical method. So then we should draw. Okay. Our quadratic inequality is 3n square minus 19 and minus 1000 more than 0. So then awak factor, since dia punya A is positif, kat sini A dia positif, so jadi boleh terus factor. Kalau kita factor ni kita dapat n dia dalam bentuk point lah, ataupun kalau guna kalkulator yang satu lagi tu dia akan dapat nombor ada sud-sud lah. Okay, tak kisah as long as kat sini kita boleh guna je point tu. So then we get n, kalau kita factor lah, satu kita dapat n minus 21.7, satu lagi n plus 15.4. Betul tak? Ni ada kira awal tadi. N minus 21.7, satu lagi n plus 15.4, more than 0. Okay. And then kita lukis graph. Dekat sini open. This one is negative 15.4, this one is 21.7. Dia punya kawasan dia, our shaded region should be positive lah. More than 0 is positive. Kat sini positif. Kalau positif, macam mana nak shade? Dalam ke luar?
Luar.
Luar. Okay, here. From left and right ni. Okay, so then we get answer n less than negative 15.4 or n more than 21.7. Okay. So how to interpret to find the smallest value of n? Okay. Since n is number of term cannot be negative. Okay, cannot be negative. Number of term dia should be start with 0 paling kecil lah. 0 biasanya n equals to 1 lah. N equals to 1, n equals to should be integer juga. Integer tak boleh, negative number pun tak boleh. So, jadi kalau untuk kes ni kita akan pertimbangkan untuk n more than 21.7. Yang ni kita abaikan. This is we ignore. Sebab apa? Because number of term cannot be negative. So jadi kalau kita pertimbangkan n more than 21.7, maksudnya kat sini integer, this is 21, sini 22. Okay, number of term dia should be integer. Kalau tengok kat sini 21.7 dia duduk kat sini. Sini. Alamak. Dekat sini. So jadi dia punya sign dia is more than. So maksudnya integer after 21.7 is 22. So jadi therefore the smallest n is n equals to 22. Cara nak teka dia kena based on dia punya inequality sign jugalah. Kalau let's say dia punya contoh. N is less than 21.7, dia akan jadi 21 lah. N equals to 21. Kita tengok dia punya inequality tu juga. So jadi smallest values of n dia adalah n equals to 22.
Madam,
Ya.
nak tanya sikit.
Ya.
Factorize tu kan, boleh terus factorize macam ni?
Maksudnya macam ni point ya? Boleh?
Kerana factorize tu kan n darab n jadi n square sahaja. Oleh tu 3 tu dah
This actually kalau nak betul-betul lah ni. Ni suppose betul. Suppose ini awak kalau nak buat dia n, this is n multiplied by n is n square. So then kalau nak bagi tally ya, you want to be tally, so then you need to divide by 3. So then dia akan jadi n square minus 19 over 3n minus 1000 over 3 more than 0. Ini baru betul lah kalau nak betul-betul lengkap. Yang proper. Okay. Then we should be include this. Kalau betul-betul macam ni. Ni Madam just nak tunjuk quadratic inequality ni lah. Maksudnya dia ada dekat chapter 3. Okay. Thank you. Tolong tanya. Okay. Then for question 6. Okay. This one find the sum. Dia nak soalan dia sum Dia bagi kat sini arithmetic series. Series dia is 1 plus 5 plus 9 plus ... plus 5, 401. 401 is actually last term dia. So daripada sini untuk A, kita boleh tahulah A dia, first term dia is 1, T1 dia is 1. And then kalau arithmetic series means common difference dia, boleh carilah 5 minus 1 is 4, 9 minus 5 is 4 juga. So this one is 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. So dah boleh dapat first term dengan common difference. And then dia punya last term dia, adalah, let's say this is Tn lah. Tn is 401. Soalan dia nak sum semualah. Jadi awak kena cari berapa bilangan term yang dia ada. So untuk cari bilangan term yang ada, awak kena guna, you must use Tn equals to 401. Cari dulu n dia ada berapa. So then use Tn equals to A plus n minus 1b. Okay. Then A dia is 1 plus n minus 1. B is 4 equals to 401. So cari sampai dapat n dia berapa. Okay. So for this case n dia akan dapat, dia tak kira ni. Ini kalau kita kira 1 plus 4n minus 4. Okay, n dia suppose mesti dapat 101 kat sini. Okay, n dia is 101. Okay, and then awak boleh cari dia sum of 101. Soalan dia adalah sebenarnya is sum 101. N dia adalah 101. So formula untuk Sn is n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 t. Okay. Then 101 divide by 2, 2 multiplied by 1 plus 1 minus 1. 101 minus 1. Sorry. 101 minus 1 multiply by 4. Then awak kira lah finally dapat berapa. So untuk question B pun sama macam tu juga. Pattern dia sama. Okay, bila tinggalkan B tu untuk awak cuba. Okay. Siapa tanya tadi? Oh, tanya. So we don't have to use the quadratic formula. No need lah. Since we have calculator, then we can use calculator. Kalau nak guna quadratic formula pun boleh. Okay. Sebab kat sini dia nak, we want to interpret. We want to interpret n lah, number of term. So jadi n tu memang kita boleh budget dah. N yang kita kira dekat inequality tu, kita dah boleh teka. Dia akan dapat dalam bentuk, maybe boleh dapat dalam bentuk pecahan, boleh dapat decimal number. Because dia ada sign inequality. Kalau dia equal, kalau let's say ada tukar soalan dia. Kalau soalan 5 ni, dia boleh tukar. Dia bagi kat sini, sum of the first n term exceed 500. Dia boleh bagi jadi exactly ke, exactly. Kalau exactly 500 maksudnya dia akan jadi equal. Equal. Kalau equal tak logik lah soalan ni sebab dia dapat point dua-dua end dia. So dia kena tally jugalah. Dia boleh jadi at least. Kalau at least more or equal, dia lain pula. Jadi depend dia punya sign dia juga. Okay. Untuk soalan question 6 macam ni B dia tinggal untuk awak cuba. And then for question 7, sum of the first 6 term. Sum of the first 6 term is X6. 6 term is T6. If S6 minus T6 equals to 35, find the 11th term of the sequence given the first term is 3. Okay, dia dah bagi kat sini maklumat dia. S6 tolak T6 sama dengan 35. A dia is 3. Soalan dia T11. So then awak boleh guna yang ni lah. S6 masuk dalam formula Sn, T6 boleh masuk dalam formula Tn. Dan awak akan dapat D Awak akan dapat D. After dah dapat D, awak boleh substitute dan cari T11. Okay. Boleh? For question 7 ni? Faham apa yang madam sebut ni?
Faham, madam.
Faham.
Okay. Then for question A, the sum of the first 6 term, ni Sn, S6 of an derivative sequence is 96. The sum of the first 10 term is 1/3 of the sum of first 20 term. So ayat yang pertama is S6 equals to 96. This is your first sentence. The second sentence is S10 equals to 1/3, 1/3. 1/3 S20. Okay, so jadi yang S6 ni awak kena ganti dekat S6 lah. Dia akan jadi 6/2 2A plus 6 minus 1B equals to 96. Ni awak akan dapat first equation. First equation. Satu equation kat sini. Okay. And then yang S10 ni pun samalah, awak gantikan, dia akan dapat 10/2 2A plus 10 minus 1 multiply D equals to 1/3 multiply 20/2 2A plus 20 minus 1 D. Okay, so then kat sini awak akan dapat second equation. Dah dapat dua equation ni, awak akan solve, dia akan dapat A dengan D. Bila dah dapat A dengan D, boleh jawab soalan 2 dan soalan 3.